Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something powerful, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I wasn't the most talented in the room. I wasn't the tallest, the smartest, or the most perfect. But what I had, drive, fire, relentless ambition, and that changes everything. This world will try to put you in boxes too loud, too ambitious, too bold, too much. But you know what? Be too much. Own your too much, because the people who change the world are never the ones who stayed comfortable. I have walked into rooms where no one knew my name, and left those rooms with everyone chanting it. Not because I was the best, but because I believed I could be. Let me tell you something. Life is not about waiting for opportunities. It's about creating them, about knocking so hard on doors that the universe is forced to open one. So stop waiting for validation. Stop shrinking to fit into expectations. Dream big, work harder, fail harder, rise louder. This moment, this choice to not give up, to bet on yourself, to chase something impossible, this is the spark. When you look at the most successful people in the world, what separates them from the rest isn't luck, beauty, or even intelligence, it's drive. That burning, relentless inner force that pushes you to keep going, even when it's hard, even when no one's watching, even when the odds seem stacked against you. It's waking up with a purpose, a mission that keeps your feet moving when your mind says quit. Drive is not something you're born with, it's something you build. It's forged in late nights, early mornings, and the moments no one claps for you. It's the part of you that refuses to settle for average when you know extraordinary is possible. It doesn't mean you don't get tired or frustrated, it means you keep going anyway. Every great journey starts with a decision to try, to chase, to commit. The world will give you every reason to back down, rejection, doubt, failure. But your drive, it's your refusal to accept no as final. It's your ability to turn pain into fuel and rejection into redirection. It's what transforms talent into achievement and ideas into impact. And the best part, drive is contagious. When you start moving with purpose, people take notice. You become the spark that ignites others. You create a ripple effect that goes far beyond you. So don't wait for the perfect moment or for someone to hand you a green light. If it matters to you, start now, push now, move now, because when you embrace your drive, you stop chasing motivation and start becoming it. You stop dreaming and start doing, and that's when everything changes. There's power in knowing exactly who you are and owning it without apology. In a world that constantly tells you how to look, what to say, and who to be, staying true to yourself is one of the boldest things you can do. You weren't meant to blend in. You were born to stand out, not in spite of your differences, but because of them. Authenticity is magnetic. When you stop trying to fit into someone else's mold and start living in your truth, you unlock a confidence that no one can manufacture. You begin to lead with your unique voice, and that voice matters. Whether you're loud or quiet, bold or reserved, creative or analytical, there's strength in every version of you. Stop editing yourself for approval. The right people, the right opportunities, the right future, they will be drawn to your realness, not your performance. There will always be critics, always someone telling you that you're too much or not enough. But none of that matters when you are anchored in self-awareness and self-respect. Your story, your background, your flaws and your strengths, they are all part of your power. You don't need to shrink to make others comfortable. You don't need to conform to be accepted. You are already enough exactly as you are. The moment you own your identity, you stop waiting for permission. You stop living halfway and start living fully. Because only when you stand fully in your truth can you lead, inspire, and create lasting impact. You weren't made to be a copy, you were made to be an original, and that authenticity, it's your superpower. Opportunities are rarely handed to you most of the time. You have to go out and create them. Waiting for the perfect chance, the ideal timing, or someone's approval can leave you standing still while the world moves on. The truth is, if the door doesn't exist, you build it. If the invitation never comes, you show up anyway. Creating opportunities means thinking beyond limits. It's looking at what you have and finding ways to do more with it. It's taking initiative, sending that email, starting that project, asking for that meeting, pitching that idea even when you're unsure of the outcome. Progress isn't made by those who wait, it's made by those who act. You won't always feel ready. You might feel like an outsider in rooms you fought hard to enter. But the key is showing up with purpose, not perfection. Every step you take, even the imperfect ones, moves you closer to where you want to be. And each time you act, you send a powerful message to the world and to yourself that you're not here to sit on the sidelines. Creating opportunities also means turning setbacks into starting points. Rejection is not the end, it's a redirect, a chance to ask, what can I build from this? Some of the most successful journeys began with closed doors, but they didn't stop there. They used the no's as fuel for their next move. The world rewards the bold, so be bold. Don't wait for the stars to align or someone to choose you. Choose yourself, make the first move, take the leap. Your path isn't something you find, it's something you create. And when you commit to building your own opportunities, the world starts opening up in ways you never imagined. Failure isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace. Because the truth is, if you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. Playing it safe might keep you comfortable, but it won't get you anywhere extraordinary. The people who succeed the most are the ones who have failed the hardest and refuse to stay down. When you fail boldly, you step into the arena. You take risks, push boundaries, and go after things that scare you. Yes, you might fall. You might hear no. You might face criticism. But every time you get back up, you become stronger, smarter, and more resilient. Failure is not a stop sign, it's a stepping stone. It teaches you what works, what doesn't, and most importantly, what you're truly made of. We're conditioned to believe that failure is weakness, but it's actually a sign of courage. It means you had the guts to put yourself out there. You chose growth over comfort. You chose movement over fear. Every great story of success includes chapters of doubt, rejection, and mistakes. But those chapters don't define the story, how you respond to them does. Failing boldly means owning your mistakes without shame. It means seeing them as data, not disasters. It means learning, adjusting, and stepping back into the fight with more fire than before. The most powerful thing you can do after a fall is rise with intention. So stop tiptoeing through life trying to avoid missteps. Go after what sets your soul on fire, even if it means falling flat sometimes. Because in those moments of failure, your future is being shaped. And when you learn to fail boldly, you discover that failure isn't the opposite of success, it's the fuel for it. Success doesn't come from one big moment, it's built in the quiet, consistent grind that most people never see. Working relentlessly means showing up every single day, whether you feel like it or not. It's about doing the hard things, the boring things, the uncomfortable things, because you know what you're working toward is worth it. There's no substitute for effort. Talent can open the door, but only work ethic keeps you in the room. When you work relentlessly, you develop discipline. You stop depending on motivation and start relying on commitment. You realize that dreams don't come to life through occasional inspiration, they come to life through daily action. This kind of effort doesn't mean burning out or running yourself into the ground. It means being intentional with your time, focused with your energy, and refusing to be outworked. It means choosing growth over distraction, consistency over convenience, and resilience over excuses. Every step you take, no matter how small, compounds over time. The early mornings, the late nights, the sacrifices you make while others are resting, they all add up. You're building something bigger than a moment of applause. You're building a legacy, and yes, it gets tough. There will be days when progress feels invisible, when setbacks test your patience. But those are the moments that define you. Keep showing up, keep pushing forward, because relentlessness isn't about never getting tired, it's about never giving up. The ones who rise to the top are rarely the ones with the easiest paths. They're the ones who kept showing up when no one was watching. So put your head down, do the work, and let your results speak. When you work relentlessly, success becomes inevitable. There's a fire inside you, not everyone sees it, and sometimes even you forget it's there. But it's real. It's the part of you that refuses to settle. It's the spark that keeps you dreaming, even when life tries to dim your light. And once you find that fire, everything changes. That fire is your inner purpose, your why, your reason to keep going when things get tough. It's what pushes you past fear, beyond failure, and through every obstacle that tries to hold you back. The world might tell you to slow down, to play small, to be realistic, but that fire, it says you were made for more. Finding it doesn't require a grand moment. It comes from quiet reflection, from tuning out the noise and listening to what truly moves you. It's born in moments of struggle, when giving up feels easier, but something deep inside says, not yet. It's nurtured by courage, curiosity, and the willingness to chase what sets your soul on fire even when you don't have all the answers. Once you connect with that inner flame, you stop needing external motivation. You stop looking for validation or waiting for the right time. Your drive becomes internal, unshakable, and fiercely personal. You move differently. You believe differently. You fight differently. That fire is yours alone, and no one can take it from you. But it's your responsibility to protect it, feed it, and trust it. Because the moment you stop looking outside for what's already burning inside, you become unstoppable. You don't just live, you lead, you inspire, you ignite. So light it, fan it, let it roar, because once you find the fire within, no challenge is too great and no dream is out of reach.